All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the City of Delray Beach's regular meeting scheduled for, an organizational meeting, scheduled for Tuesday, March 28th, 2024 at 4 p.m. Please call the roll.
Mr. Frankel?
One last time, present.
Mr. Long?
Present.
Mr. Boylston?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Here.
Mayor Petrolia?
And I am here as well. All right, we're going to stand for the pledge, please. All right, I'll entertain a motion for an agenda approval if there's no additions, subtractions, or substitutions.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All right, call the roll, please.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
Mr. Boylston?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Mayor Petrolia?
Yes.
Mr. Frankel?
Yes.
All right. Make a motion, or I'm sorry, entertain a motion for the approval of city commission minutes. I guess it would be normally under consent agenda, but let's just do it that way.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Boylston?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Mayor Petrolia?
Yes.
Mr. Frankel?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
All right, we are at the comments and inquiries section. Mr. Moore, is there anything that you would like to make comments on from prior inquiries or comments?
No prior comments, but I do have a
I
presentation
know.
to the
Yep.
departing elected officials shortly, so I can accomplish that at this time from the podium, or we
Do
can
you-
go about the
I was
process
going to
now.
say we can probably go ahead and do the public comments first, and then there's presentations after that. Is that okay?
That's fine by me.
Very good. Anything that the city attorney wants to add? All right, very good. So at this point in time, if there's anybody in the audience that would like to come up and speak, now would be the time to do that before we change seats. You're welcome to come up. You'll have 3 minutes, and just state your name and address. And yes, sir, come on up.
So-
Hi, everyone. I am Mark Barron, the tournament director for the Delray Beach Open. That was this past February. And behind me is one of my sons, Adam Barron. And I'm here to basically thank the city for their sponsorship of the event, which is our 27th year here in Delray Beach. And with that, I'd like to show a little video of some fun and things that we did at the tournament. And hopefully we'll see everybody that's here there next year. That being said, that is the city of Delray Beach. That is not the tournament.
Blair Henley here, back for my 7th year at one of my favorite stops on the ATP Tour. The players are always telling me about how much they love the local tennis community and the fans who pack the stands for a one-week tennis party. As an added bonus, we get to talk some tennis.
The court looks beautiful. They've added all the technology around. The grounds are expanding, and the player, the field's getting better and better every year. So we're pumped to be a part of it.
We've been down the last 3 years. We love it down here. Always, again, great crowd, great atmosphere. Got right down close to the players. We really enjoy it. So we'll be back for years to come.
off the court, there's lots to check out for families, fashionistas, and foodies alike.
Thank you for the applause. A few facts about the event for this year, for those who don't know. We had over 64,000
think-
people. I'm sorry.
We're 3 minutes here.
Okay,
This isn't
I'm sorry.
presentation.
And the event was the best in our history. That being said, with that, I would like to present the city a little gift, trophy gift. But before I do that, I'd like to present a city employee that's been working for this event to get it to where it is today. And without them and him, it really wouldn't be. And that being said, I'd like to present to Sam, if you would.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to present to the city, if I may. The sponsor gift from the city, and also we have a poster as well.
Here you go, guys. Okay, yes, ma'am. And I'm
My
sorry,
name
it's
is-
3 minutes, guys. Okay.
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 I don't have a video, so I'll be.
All right. Should
Okay.
be good.
My name is Kelly Barrett, 1201 Sea Spray Avenue. I had the pleasure and privilege of working with these candidates who are soon to be commissioners and mayor, and I would like to briefly acknowledge them. Julie Casal, you showed extraordinary courage deciding to run again. No one can match your energy, enthusiasm, or capacity for knocking on doors. The commission has sorely missed your determination to get to the bottom of things and make them right. I am so glad and relieved you are back. I know you will do great things for Delray Beach. Tom Markert, you stepped up for all the right reasons and ran a clean race. There is no doubt your corporate experience will hugely benefit the commission, but your good humor and even-keeled personality will also be a huge plus. You are in for a wild ride, but I know you can handle it.
Understatement.
Mayor-elect Tom Carney, you have some big shoes to fill, and that's not just because they're high heels. You overcame a campaign with more money, more endorsements, and more cute videos to be elected mayor of Delray Beach. That's because voters trusted you to lead our city and make decisions that preserve our quality of life and what is left of the village by the sea. It is my sincere hope that you and the new commission have the courage to take Delray Beach forward and not rely on the old ways of the past. Voters elected Tom, and Julie because they want to change, and I hope for the sake of our city, you deliver it. Mayor Shelley Petrolia, this is truly the end of an era. We always knew where Mayor Petrolia stood because for 11 years, she always stood with us. I can't think of a time I ever doubted she would do the right thing for the residents or for Delray Beach. Through good times and bad times, Mayor Petrolia's leadership was something we knew we could count on. She didn't waver in the face of adversity, and she always fought for what was right. Her dedication to Delray Beach is unmatched. Mayor Shelley Petrolia, you are one of a kind, and your leadership will be sorely missed. Good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. There's a familiar face.
Good afternoon. Let's see if I can get this right. I'm Shirley Johnson. I'm at 701 Northwest 4th Street here in Delray Beach. I came forward today, number one, to thank all of my voters. They were wonderful to me, and I appreciate the fact that by their vote, I was made legitimate, as I was told I was not. So, congratulations to all of my fellow candidates on all the races. It was very interesting. I think we all started out as adversaries, but at the end, we were very good friends and knew how to sit around and have decent conversations. So, congratulations to the winners. I look forward to working with you in whatever capacity I can. To those of you who are leaving, I am sure that the city is going to miss you. All of the contributions that you've made. I know I'm not supposed to address any particular person, but Mayor Petrolia. I had a reporter call me the other day, said, well, give me a perspective of her. I said, she's tough. You know where she stands. She makes no bones about it. She'll try to persuade you. You can persuade her. When the vote is taken, no matter what it is, she goes on about the business of making Delray the greatest place to live on this earth. I won't address the other two of you who are leaving, but thank you so much, Mr. Frankel, for the times that you've escorted me at the League of Cities dinners and other events. Mr. Bolson, good luck to you in whatever your endeavors are going to be. And for those two of you who are left, you're the veterans now. You're supposed to carry the ball and help those. Well, Julie's coming on. So anyway, all I can say is thank everyone. Let's move Delray forward.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Montre Bennett, 323 Northwest 2nd Avenue. Congratulations to everyone who ran, and get that rest for those who did not win or succeed, because the work is not over, it's ever going, and it's never complete. But what I want to just talk about is one thing that none of us can defeat, and that's nature. We can't defeat nature. We can't defeat the water. We can't stop the water from rising. So if we can't stop the water from rising and making it to its destination, one thing we all need to understand: we all gonna die. We're all going to die regardless, whether we're standing here or not. So at the end of the day, whoever's sitting up here, your job is to work with the people, and the people's job is to work with you. So at the end of the day, after the swearing is taking place, remember the people, because you have no job without the people, and the people need you here to work for them, so we could be out here comfortably out here on earth until that flood come and take all our ass away. We can't stop the water. Y'all go to the beach, y'all see that water rising. They claiming bacteria in the water, but truthfully, the water is rising, and ain't none of us gonna stop that water from rising. So it's best to clear your soul, clear your mind, and cleanse your heart, and pull your arms, sleeves, and work together. Not just for white man or black man, but for all men. Because I'm sick of racism, and I'm killing racism, and I'm bearing it right now. Racism must die. Racist policies must die. The red line must die. The red tape must come off. And we need to work together. The message all of my day was togetherness. Be together, be about it, and be about the business of the people and not just self-individuals. Collective, we are stronger. We will continue to fall divided. As the waters come in, everybody in here will find themselves wondering what to do when those waters come rising. The only thing you can do is nothing, because you should have already done the work. Your heart should have been clear, and your mind should have been free. And your heart should have really been on the people on the earth, and make sure earth is strong to hold all of us. And I'm complete.
Thank you, Mr. Montre. Yes, ma'am.
Bonsoir, good evening. My name is Jennifer Jones. I live at 639 Kingbird Circle. I want to congratulate the new commission and the candidates for a hard-fought battle. I've worked Delray elections for past couple of cycles, and I've always been really proud of Delray, proud of the turnout, the civic engagement, the part that our residents play in making sure that our voices are being heard. And I want to continue to be a part of that conversation, both as a member of the set, as a representative for the Haitian community. I want to make sure that our voices continue to be heard. I want to work with the commission that is there and everyone who wants to see the issues that are important to the Haitian community move forward. We've always advocated for a Haitian Caribbean Cultural Center right here in Delray. It's something that we've wanted for a long time. We're taking in Palm Beach, but we feel like Delray is home. Delray is where it belongs. Per capita, Palm Beach has the most Haitian migrants in the state, but also in Delray we can see the influence and the presence of the Haitian residents. And as with the Volunteer Association, so I am the public relations director for our nonprofit, and we advocate for children, education, civic engagement, and just make sure that our voices are heard. I appreciate Delray. I'm really proud to say that Delray has worked hard to be inclusive. A lot of the documentation around the city and that is put out is also in Haitian Creole. And that's beautiful because our residents, my neighbors, feel seen and feel like they are part of the conversation because you're making sure that we cater to their language. Delray being a welcoming city makes it a safe space for our residents and their siblings and family members to be here. So I'm a very proud Delray Beach resident. I want to make sure that we all stand together as residents for what makes us move better forward. And part of that is continue to be in the rooms where the conversations are happening, at the side of the table, to make sure that all voices are heard. And we don't have to agree, and we don't have to move forward in the same direction, but we do all need to be heard. And as a Haitian American who exercise my right to vote every chance I get, whether or not my vote went to the elected official, I participated in the process. So at the end of the day, you represent me too. And as your constituent, I will continue to come to you, knock on doors, send emails, and show up to make sure that we continue to have these conversations in the set, in the Haitian community, in Delray Beach, so that all of us can continue to be proud in the city in which we live in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. Yes, sir, another familiar face.
Mitch Katz, 1618 West Classical Boulevard. I just want to take a moment and thank you all. Adam, you've been up there for now, not consecutive, but 12 years. You beat the mayor by a year of service, but at least you had a break in there. But it's a lot. I mean, people, unless you've sat up there, you don't. And I see a lot of faces in there. People have sat up there. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of things that you give up: your family, your life, your work. So thank you all for your service. Those that are still serving, and all of you that served. And Commissioner Boylston, also 6 years. It's a long time to give to this city. So thank you. And congratulations. I want to take a moment to congratulate our incoming commissioners and mayor. I think they're going to do a great job. But really want to, so I had the pleasure, one of a few people I had the pleasure to sit up here for 3 years with Mayor Petrolia. And I will tell you that I learned a lot from her. She is a woman that I can tell my daughter, this is somebody you can look up to. And it means a lot to me because she truly is a strong woman. Being raised by a single mom and being raised by a strong woman who passed very early in my life, being able to see her and work with her, it meant a lot. And thank you for your service to our city. And we all get to enjoy it now. So, and hopefully you get to enjoy it. It is a lot more fun on this side. I'll let you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch. Yes, sir. Don't be shy.
I was trying to say, ladies. Oh no, I'm not shy. I was trying to say, ladies first. Reggie Cox, 715 MLK Drive. First of all, I want to congratulate all of the winners of this past race. I was driving down 2nd Street on the day of the election and could have sworn I saw Larry Bird on the corner of 10th Avenue and 2nd Street.
Larry Bird.
But now I've learned that was Tom's Markert. So congratulations,
He's very tall, for anybody who doesn't know.
Congratulations. So I want to thank the commissioners. They said not to call name, but everybody's to call now. I'll call a few names. Ryan Bolston, Adam Frankel for your service. Shelley Petrolio, Mayor Shelley Petrolio for her service. We're looking forward. The Set Neighborhood Alliance is here, and our standard this meeting, okay, raised to the level of a yellow shirt alert, okay, and that's for special occasions, special events, and special advocacy. And this meeting raised to that level. So I want to thank the Alliance for coming out to show support. You know, we often say that commissioners come and go, city managers come and go, department heads come and go, but the people are here to carry on and making sure that the accountability and all the plans, initiatives, and goals, the people are the glue. And this is just another symbolic example of that. And so this is why we show up to keep advocating for what we think is best for our community and best for Delray. We are a land of lobbyists. I mean, we're a land of lobbyists, you know, and everyone wants to lobby their position. And we surely are from the Set Neighborhood Alliance in west of Swinton, going to continue to lobby for the working class families. We're looking forward to working with the new commission towards the issues and priorities for working class families. We do understand that Delray is multifaceted. You know, there's a lobbyist initiative and group who wants to see a cool downtown. There's a lobbyist and initiative and advocacy groups who want to see the village by the sea, okay? And we want to see working class neighborhoods be a part of Delray as a whole and also benefit on the newfound wealth. So we're looking forward to working with the new commission to do that. You'll hear from us time and time again. And again, congratulations to the winners and good luck to you all in your future endeavors.
Thank you. Well said. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Sandy Zeller, 209 Northwest 12th Street, Delray Beach. I want to thank the mayor and the commissioners for the job that they've done for this period of time, and I also want to congratulate the mayor-elect and the commissioners-elect, because I'm certain that they will do an exemplary job as well. And just real briefly, there's going to be a lot of things on the plate for the new commissioners and for the commissioners who remain. But one of the things I'd like to bring up is the concern that I have as a former member of the DDA, and that is the process upon which one of the DDA board members was selected to serve on the board and subsequently was found and admitted to the ethics committee that his application was false. So for one of the first items of business to continue the continuity of the DDA board and its importance, because it is very important in my opinion, that the commission and the mayor look into that appointment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zeller. Yes, ma'am. I'm surprised you're up and walking.
It's okay. Well, we're in event attire. So Laura Simon, the Executive Director of the Downtown Development Authority, 350 Southeast 1st Street, Delray Beach. First wanted just to say thank you all for your service, for many, many years of service to our village by the sea, my hometown, and appreciate all the work that goes into it from the Downtown Development Authority perspective. And on behalf of our team and our board, we really do thank you and appreciate your support always. And congratulations to our new mayor and commissioners. Excited to see our collaborations grow and our downtown continue to thrive. We've gone through a lot. In 15 years that I've been here, we've gone through a lot in the past 50 plus years. We still have a lot to do. As Mr. Zeller said, there is action still to be taken, and it's a responsibility of the city to be taken, and we hope that you will take responsibility for the actions and make things great again. And for us, it's really, really important for that trust to be there. I do also want to thank the city, especially our city staff that work on our events. We just produced our 15th annual Savor the Avenue. Thank you, Mayor, for your contributions of our toast and bravery on the lift.
Yes, thank you. One last time. It's a good feeling.
Our city parks team, our city streets team, our PD are instrumental in making this event happen. Yes. And every year they do an amazing job. Restaurants their employees are also, they do the heavy lifting, and my amazing team who's here. So thank you all for that, and we hope to continue these events as we move forward. And just, again, congratulations to the new. We're really looking forward to working together and with our now veterans, Commissioner Long and Burns. We just look forward to a future together and know there's going to be great days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one, public comment is closed. We're going to move on to presentations. Mr. Moore?
Yes, Madam Mayor. If I may be permitted, I'd like to approach the podium, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just so everybody understands, we're going to be having presentations, and then we're going to have some comments by the outgoing members of actually any of the members of the commission that are sitting up here right now. Then we will take a brief pause outside into the lobby. If anybody wants to come out, we'll have some refreshments out there, do a little switching, and in 10 minutes time come back in and we'll do the swearing in, and the new commission will begin their first course of action. That's the plan. Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A full house indeed. Of course, this is a customary activity when elected officials transition from the city of Delray Beach, and of course, we welcome new elected officials. What actually comes to mind above and beyond that takes me back to June 8th, 2021. Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Many of you all who know me know how I am with dates and numbers, so that's easy for me to execute. And why I offer this commentary at this time is because Ryan Bolston, Shelley Petrolia, Adam Frankel, along with incoming Commissioner Julie Casal, as well as Shirley Johnson, were the elected officials who was involved in my selection for the opportunity to serve as Delray Beach City Manager. So my comments along those lines is that I continue to remain greatly appreciative of the opportunity, and to each of you individually, I thank you. So thank you again, and again, congratulations, and look forward to seeing everybody around and working collaboratively, of course, with the new elected officials with whom I've had an opportunity to interact since the outcome of last week's election. So I'd like to now begin with the presentation to Ryan Bolston. Vice Mayor Ryan Bolston, if you would please come down, or I could come see you, whatever's your pleasure. Come on out? Yeah. You get to hold the door for me. Please. Here, sir. Thank you.
You want to draw like a circle exactly where you want me to stand?
Oh, you're funny.
Little X's on the ground there.
So in any event, presented to Ryan C. Bolston, we present this award with deep appreciation for your tireless and unrelenting efforts in the interests of the city of Delray Beach, and to express our gratitude for your important personal contributions during the years you've devoted to serving as Commissioner and Vice Mayor. City Commission, March 29th, 2018 to March 28th, 2024. Thank you, sir. At this time, I would like to ask Commissioner Adam L. Frankel to approach the podium.
I got the L.
No, there wasn't.
I know to stand this.
Same standing position as Mr. Bolston. Yes, sir.
You learned.
Presented to Adam L. Frankel. We present this award with deep appreciation for your tireless and unrelenting efforts in the interests of the city of Delray Beach, and to express our gratitude for your important personal contributions during the years you devoted to serving as Commissioner and Vice Mayor. City Commission, March 29, 2018 through March 28, 2024. Thank you, sir.
Where's the 8 hours of time?
That's what I was
paid
gonna ask
time.
That's what I was going to ask for. Where's the certificate of the 8 hours?
I want the 8 hours.
And now, Mayor Shirley Petrolia, if you would please approach the podium. We have a little something different for you, ma'am. Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. So, Madam Mayor, as I did with Mr. Boylston and Mr. Frankel, I'd like to read. Close enough. I'd like to read, as noted, presented to Shelley Embler Petrolia, with gratitude for your tireless and unrelenting efforts in the interests of the city of Delray Beach. We present this award as a constant reminder of a job well done and to express our deep appreciation for your important personal contributions during the years you devoted to serving Delray Beach as Mayor and City Commissioner. Mayor and Commissioner, March 28, 2013 to March 28, 2024. Thank you, ma'am. Tony Petrolia. Don't get the plastic in there. We need to take this to be safe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and to the incoming elected officials, once again, congratulations. I've had an opportunity to speak to you all individually and in a group setting in this environment. Much congratulations and looking forward. However, Madam Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, CRA Executive Director Renee Jada Singh and I had an opportunity to speak today, and she has a brief presentation she would like to offer as well.
Wow.
With that,
Just
Renee
doesn't
Jada
end.
Singh,
You're going to be here for a while.
I will resume my seat at the dais. Thank
We're
you.
going to need those refreshments.
Thank you. Well, Renee Jadison, Executive Director of the Delray Beach CRA. For those of you who don't know, the City Commission also serves as the CRA board. So we thought that this would be an appropriate time to say thank you from us as well, from the CRA, because we've served with all of you since 2018, and it's been wonderful. We've accomplished a lot, so I just wanted to take this time to say thank you so much to you all again.
Red. Teal. Thank you. I do like that color. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Renee. Oh, wow.
Yours has a little special note on there.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Okay. Did you want to read it? Oh.
No, on it.
On the thing. Pull that out.
The plaque.
Something funny, probably.
Probably the time it takes to do a meeting.
Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is presented to Adam Frankel. You forgot the L. In recognition of his outstanding service as Commissioner of the Delray Beach Community Redevelopment Agency, 2018-2024, Board Chair 23-24. Oh, side? What's that? Where? Where?
There's a little.
Oh, shortest board meeting, minute 36. Oh, yeah. An honor.
Perfect.
Thank you.
He does get that award. Sorry, Shirley. Okay, so we're going to move on, if that's all the presentation, sir, to
Yes, ma'am.
commission comments. Let's start with the commissioners that are going to be remaining, if there's anything that you would like to say, and then we'll end with the three of us. You want her to?
No, go ahead.
Yes, go right
Ladies
ahead.
first?
Commissioner
Okay, thank you.
Burns, yes.
Well, I just wanted to say to all three of you, 11 years, 12 years, 6 years, that is a lot of time. It takes dedication. It takes tough skin to be up here. And I feel like I'm just getting to know you, and It's time to go already. But I learned a lot from you. You know how to handle a meeting, and then you know how to get out of a meeting. But really, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service and caring about Delray, caring about what happens to Delray, and best of wishes for whatever your endeavors are, whether it's more to attain more politics, to stay home with the family, or whatever your future endeavors are. Good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, sir.
Well said. I have some quick comments for each of you. I'll be fast. I know no one came here tonight to hear me talk. So Commissioner Frankel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you might have the longest combined tenure of anyone up here, at least in the last few decades, we'll say, with 12 years. Adam loves Delray Beach so much, he served for 2 full terms, took a couple years off, then came back 3 full terms. Oh, there were 2 years back then. Right. 3 terms, took a couple years off, 2 years off, then came back and served 2 more full terms. That's unbelievable commitment. I've watched you up here for years, and I've always been impressed. I'm grateful I got to serve alongside you for this last year. I learned a lot from the way you comport yourself, your composure, your pragmatism, your kindness and respect for staff, and most importantly, the levity and lightheartedness that you bring to the dais up here. That'll be missed. This is going to be a difficult gig, so thank you for making it fun up here for the last year. And best of luck in your current campaign. I think you'll be an awesome public defender. Thank you. So moving on to Mayor Petrolia. Mayor, we haven't always seen eye to eye politically. However, you've always treated me with dignity and respect up here, and I really do appreciate that. And I think we ended up finding a lot of common ground and effectuated some great policy together. You run a tight meeting. You typically got us home at a pretty good hour. I think we all appreciated that. And I hope our next mayor takes a cue from that as well.
Where is he?
I think he's out there.
Make sure he's hearing this.
He's looking for votes still.
And you're just behind Adam with 11 years, except yours is consecutive. And that's super impressive too. And I just want to take a minute, and some other folks mentioned this, but I just want to remind folks that while this job is truly a privilege, and I mean that, it also comes with considerable sacrifice and opportunity costs. It's a lot of time away from family and an active career. It can be extremely successful, especially the campaign part, and my new colleagues will certainly be able to attest to that. All 3 of my colleagues up here who are leaving tonight, who dedicated significant chunks of their lives to serving this community, deserve our respect. So thank you, Mayor, for your service to our city. Last but not least, Vice Mayor Boylston. I can't imagine anyone bringing more passion and vision to the Delray Beach City Commission than what you did in your 6 years up here. You did more city and community events in a given week than I could fit into a month, all while running a company, raising a family, and working out at least, 5 times a day?
Twice today, if you heard.
Twice today? Yeah, so you can fit you can fit at least 1 more in. I have no idea how you did it. Your leadership up here will be truly missed, from your advocacy with the SET communities, our business community, the beach, and others, to your positions on issues like the golf course and Old School Square, to your constant support for our hardworking staff, especially our first responders. You undoubtedly left your mark on this city. Thank you for your service, and I really hope you find a way to stay engaged with our city. And that's all I got. Thanks, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
Would you like to start seat 1?
Sure.
All right.
Wow, what a night.
Yes, it is.
You know, they said no one would show up at 4 o'clock.
Oh, don't even start.
It has been an amazing 12 years. Going back from 2009 through 2015, and then 2018 through 2024. 2009, I came here not knowing anything. But I do see some familiar faces out there. I see Angie, I see Jay, I see Mary, amongst other people. And it just shows you what a great community we live in, and people that care and would stay involved for such a long time. I see colleagues that have served up here, whether it be Shirley hiding over there next to the greatest Dolores. And I know there's some few others in the crowd. It is just so great to see you come back, because we have 3 new people coming in tonight that will be doing a great job. First, Ms. Cassell. The good news is it's a lot better than the first time. The COVID year sucked.
This is true.
Congratulations. It takes a lot of courage and guts to do it. again, and your perseverance was well-deserved, and I know you'll do a great job, so congratulations. Mr. Market, we had a nice opportunity to meet each other last night, and I am so excited for you to bring a fresh perspective, a business perspective to this seat, and I am always available should you need a historical perspective from this chair, but I wish you nothing but the best. And I know Tom Kearney is out there somewhere.
Yes, he is.
I had a dream last night about Tom Kearney and what we were going to do today. I had a dream that Tom Kearney was going to wear a crown, a red cape, and ride in on a white horse. Because and I say that every time I talk to Tom, it's like being in a Shakespeare play. The way he speaks is so academic, and he just shows how much smarter that he is than me. But I go back to the history because Tom and I served for 2 years back about 10 years ago, along with Jay Alperin and Gary Eliopoulos and Woody McDuffie. And times were much different then. There was no internet. There was no social media beating us all up. We debated things up here with civility in class, and then we went to Dada for dinner. Then we went through a patch where there was a little, let's just say, differences, for good or for bad. Then I came back in 2018. Things were much different, as I said. There was some turmoil in the city manager's office. There was some problems with the executive leadership team. There was some difficulties that I think, we all know about. However, I think with this team up here, all of us, particularly in the last year, but in the last couple of years, we have brought stability to these chambers, whether it be the city manager's office, the city attorney's office, our police department, our fire department, and the executive leadership team. We as a team, I think, have supported the men and women who run this city, the day-to-day people who don't get the credit. So I want to thank them all for their support and their pleasantries, and they've always been nice. Our friends at the CRA wearing their colorful shirts. Christine, I see you back there. I didn't expect to take over the CRA on a permanent basis. As a matter of fact,
That's right.
we said it will be
You and I.
temporary. But then our great city attorney said, no, once you do it, you can't go back. However, we have done a great job, I think, as a board. But more importantly, Renee and your team has shined. And it's just really, really made me proud, and hopefully my colleagues proud. So it's just been an amazing learning opportunity to advance in that role. So I will definitely miss running those short meetings.
As will some of the other ones up here, I think.
As far as my colleagues up here, Lynn, you're the best. When I came back, we had I won't say temporary city attorney, but someone that wasn't here full time. And one of the things I thought was important, based on my first 6 years, was to have a permanent person. And I remember the former gentleman said, no, Ms. Gillen, I don't think Ms. Gillen or anyone in the office would be interested in serving full time. And I called you up and said, would you have any interest in this? And she said, absolutely. So we took a stab with you. We had our faith in you, and you have absolutely excelled, not only you, but your assistants, and you couldn't be any better. Mr. Moore, you have the toughest job in this city. And for you to handle not only the personalities up here, but the residents, our guests, for all the day-to-day operations, it is difficult. And I don't think you get the credit you deserve. And I publicly want to say thank you, because you've just done an amazing job. Rob, it's been a fun year. We've gone back through your previous engagements with the Young Democrats and some of the other public service that you've done. You have really grown in the last year. You ask the right questions. You're thoughtful. You're concise. And you got a good couple of years ahead of you, and you're going to be great up here. Ms. Burns, you got the greatest laugh. Every time I hear you laugh, it makes me laugh and smile. Your passion, the time you spend going to community events and putting yourself out there. You have been a leader in all areas of our city. And I will definitely be back to hear your laugh, because I know you're having fun when I see that laugh. And Ryan, I didn't recognize you until you walked in today and sat down.
Different look.
Yes. It's been great 6 years. You have the best ideas, the best creativity. I'm the kind of person that you give me two choices, I can give you one, but you can mold something and you put it together, it's second to none. And to see you as a father and how you raise your children and just be a good husband and father, that's really, really impressive. I don't think you get the credit for rushing out of here and going to your son's soccer games or doing the other activities. And it's been a great 6 years, and I know we'll see each other down the road. And Mayor, we agreed sometimes, we disagreed sometimes.
It's true.
However, to your credit, you have a passion and you stick up for what you believe in. And it's funny, in my first 6 years, oftentimes I was the lone vote out of a 4-1. Sometimes in the last 6 years since you've been mayor, sometimes you were too. However, I know you always voted from your heart, and I respect that so much. And it's nice to be retired from these positions at the same time as you.
I agree with you 100%. Thank
Yes.
you for that. Absolutely.
So that's it. It's been fun. 12 years has been great. I'm sure I'll see a lot of you out there, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank
Good
you.
luck, yes. And Vice Mayor?
So a unique opportunity that you get when you run a campaign at the end of your 6 years of serving is that you have an opportunity to thank everybody in the 24 different forums that we have now in Delray Beach. But I took the first 30 seconds every time of my opening to thank everyone that was in the room, because I was at the end of my 6 years serving as city commissioner. And I always take that opportunity. Whenever I'm at an event and someone says, "Hey Ryan, would you like to say a few words?" I always say yes. And if the only thing I say is thank you, it's important to do that in every room. And I'll pass that along to the new commissioners, Tom, and Julie. God, it is catchy. Always take the opportunity to thank everybody in the room. And why that's so important is because, and you know this, but really listen to the oath that you take tonight. You'll probably be focused so much on repeating it just perfect. Maybe read it later. And take it serious, because you don't just serve the ones that voted for you. You don't just serve the ones that vote. You don't just serve our residents. And the DDA will tell you that. Because without our local businesses that may or may not vote or may not live here, right? You serve all of that. You serve Delray Beach, whatever's in the best interest of our city, and that's really important from day one to really get that, and that it is a team effort, and the team is sitting here in this room and outside of this room. So to the vets, I guess they're calling you now. You've been here 1 year, and you now are the veterans up here. This has been my best year up here. Of course, several years were pandemic, but it really has, because a lot of the times, and this is my own fault, my wife says I have to stop raising my hand for things, which I've been doing for a very long time, since sitting on the Pineapple Grove and then DDA, then City, then CRA, and but for many years I raised my hand. Okay, I'll be the guy for education. Right. Okay, I'll be the guy for affordable housing. Okay, I'll be the guy, the guy to go meet with the set. And it was just so nice this last year. I felt like I had some colleagues that were beating me to the punch, right? And definitely a teacher of 35 years. Hey, take education, right? When my plane couldn't make it to Tallahassee and I got stuck in Orlando, I knew Rob, with his experience and his connections, that it was going to be taken care of up there. So, City, you're in good hands with both your 3 new commissioners and your new mayor, and the 2 that are up here that I had the honor of serving with for 2 years. Adam, for all the reasons that you say you like working with me, the opposite to you. Because I used to watch you up here, and I was like, man, this guy really knows his stuff. He doesn't get so much emotionally attached. He just goes, no, the law says this, our rules say this, and this is how we're going to go about it. And I think the thing I appreciated the most is that you look at the city, and I'm really hoping, that our commissioners continue to do this. You look at the city as a company, and in the way I run a company, and I think most well-run companies are run, they put their associates first. They put their staff first. There is certainly a model where you grind your staff to the ground, to get the lowest price. There's companies out there like that. But then there's ones that build value, and they build value through their people, and we've always been on the same page on that topic. I don't think you can put it better than Commissioner Johnson put it. Ms. Petrolia, tough, and you know where she stands. That's true. I think one of the things I've always mentioned about you to other people, and I thought was so impressive, is that I've been on the campaign trail twice with you. So not only up here 6 years, but on the campaign trail with you twice. You walked into some rooms when it was stacked against you that other people wouldn't have walked into. And not only did you walk into them, but then you really owned them and were just honest in those rooms. And that just takes a lot. Not everyone can do that. And I've always thought back to those times and gone, because you know what? Sometimes you walk into a room and you know you're going to get it that night, especially here on the dais. When the line's long out, out the door, and you just know it's going to be one of those nights. But you got to walk in, and I saw the mayor on 2 campaign trails do it in some pretty tough rooms, and that will always stick. That will always stick with me. So the last thing is. The best part about this job is working with the people. Not only the people, in our community, the different corners of our community, different neighborhoods, different organizations. All of them give you a list of things to do. And all of them say, hey, we'll work with you to get that list done, which is great. But then there's certain pockets of our community that say, hey, we want to bring you in, and we really want you to understand why this is the list. We want you to understand it so much that so in the future we don't even have to give you the list anymore. And the set is certainly one of those parts of our community. And I thank you so much for bringing me in and educating me so much. Some of those things will stick with me and my family for the rest of my life. And working with staff, which by the way, it's always a word I've couldn't stand. Staff. You guys are one of the greatest teams I've ever worked with, and I had the honor of doing that for 6 years. And it's almost 1,000 people work here, by the way. And from the individuals that we see on a weekly basis, to the individuals that wear badges, to the individuals that have their name embroidered on their T-shirt. There's so many team members here, and that's really been the best part of this job. And I'm gonna miss you guys. But I'll see you around, and thank you to everybody here, and thank you to Delray Beach.
Thank you. Well, I just want to make sure that you understand that the myth that this is a vitriolic, can't get along, uncivil group of people that are working against each other is absolutely a myth. As you can see, each and every one of us, we appreciate one another, and each of us comes in with a strength. Sometimes we are very passionate about certain things, and it comes across that it might be a little bit tough, but the truth of the matter is that each one of us has a passion for Delray Beach that is insurmountable, and you can tell it by the way that everybody up here is speaking. Tom, and Julie, you know what? When a marketing man says it's a good saying, you know it's a good saying. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different turn here. I'm going to take the opportunity to speak directly to the residents of Delray Beach by first thanking you for your support and for your trust in me over the last 11 years. A lack of trust in leadership was the catalyst that brought me to many of your doors more than a decade ago to ask for your vote. I was a soccer mom who recognized our tax rate was unusually high, and I had been paying close attention to the elected officials making decisions that impacted the city. What I observed did not inspire confidence in me. At first, I tried to convince neighbors and friends to run for a commission seat. There were no takers. So with 4 young boys in tow and a supportive husband by my side, I decided I had to try. As many of you know, I lost at that first attempt, but ran again, and a few years later, I won. That win sharpened my resolve. First and foremost, I knew that I needed to live up to the promises that I made at those doors while I was campaigning. After all, isn't that how you build trust and maintain it? Keep your promises. Some of you who were living back here then will recall that the promise that I made at your door was to address the no-bid contracts that our city was rubber stamping at the time. This was part of the reason that our tax rates were so high. When you fail to bid contracts, the higher cost of no competition is passed on to us, the taxpayers. I started with the waste contract. It was the largest contract at the time at $65 million. Challenging it ultimately saved ratepayers $9 million just on that one contract. And that was just the beginning. It was the starting point of my 11 years of serving this town. I make this point because I want you to know that your representatives want to hear from you. They need to hear from you. And you must hold them accountable. If they don't hear from you, they can erroneously assume they're doing a great job, when sometimes they're not. When a campaign is over, your voice is replaced by an opposing voice. Make no mistake about that. The pressure begins, and things can go very wrong. So it is incumbent on you to be the loudest voice and the most consistent voice to your commission and what they hear repetitively. A good commission will listen to you and respond. A good commission, and even if the response is not what you expect, it's important to know that you have been heard. Elections are where the adjustments are made when leaders don't listen. It's the report card for the elected body. Best to make sure your families, your friends, your neighbors all understand the power of the people's voice. This vote is your ultimate voice. Your vote is your ultimate voice. So it is with great gratitude that I'm exiting here, more than ready to resume life as an engaged citizen, making my voice heard. It is my hope that you will do and continue to do the same. Now, to address the outcoming and incoming elected officials, I want to thank each and every one. I'm not going to go down the list because you've heard, and I trust that I support every single thing that was said about my colleagues up here. They hit it out of the park, so I'm just going to say thank you for your service, each of you, to our community. So those that are leaving, I wish you all well, and those that are joining the commission tonight, please, please, fulfill those promises that you made on the campaign trail. That is how you will gain respect and the trust of the residents that put you here in the first place. To all the city employees and the staff during my time as an elected official, thank you for your service. You make us all look great. It's true. I would love to name names, but that would take too long. And also, I'm sure, because I'm good at this, I would miss somebody's importance name and then I just wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. So you all know who you are. And I know Dolores is here and Michelle is here, but I'm not going to go on. Just kidding. To the amazing team of personal supporters that during my tenure, most of whom I met while in office, each bringing their own special expertise in areas beyond my limitations. You were instrumental to the success of the time that I had in office. So I thank each and every one of you. And you all know who you are. Many of you are here today. I'm looking out in the crowd and I can see a bunch. I'm so grateful for everything you did to assist me over the years. I want to recognize a person that was very special to me in the beginning. And I'm going to recognize his wife because he's no longer living, but his wife is Genevieve Dole and the late Vince Dole. This was the finest gentleman that I think I've ever met in the city of Delray Beach. He was not only acted as a political compass to me, and he was very straightforward with me on those Wednesdays after the Tuesday night meetings that often went until wee hours of the morning, to shape me, criticize my actions, and start to help me to evolve into the person that I became in this position. I was a definite bull in a china cabinet to begin with. It's true. And they are now lifelong, or she is a lifelong friend. To my family, my 4 boys, this is where it gets tough because they are the ones that sacrifice the most. Alex, Zachary, Scott, and Anthony, and especially to my husband, Tony. Thank you for the great sacrifice that you made to support me during this absolutely wonderful, fulfilling opportunity of a lifetime. I will never forget it. Finally, for everyone else, 11 years was more than enough. So please do not make me have to come back and run again. Thank you all. Okay, so we're going to take a 10-minute recess. There's going to be there's some refreshments out in the lobby, and then we're going to be coming in, swearing in, and they'll finish their meeting just afterwards. So you guys are all
She said then they hand me a certificate, and then I walk up and take Adam's chair, and then.
Oh, I got it. If we can all start to assemble, please, so we can get the swearing ceremony underway. Yeah, this is what we're all here for.
Okay, right? Yeah, okay.
Come on in and find your seats.
Perfect. I guess we gotta sit down. I think we're supposed to be over here.
My seat's usually in the lobby.
All right, even though we took an intermission, we don't have to start the meeting. The meeting is still in process, and we're going to start with the swearing in, taking the oath administered by to the newly elected members of our board. We're going to start with seat 1, and I'm going to invite Tom Markert up, and he's going to be sworn in by our esteemed clerk, and that is Mrs. Kateri Johnson. And you'll want to come right back here. You're going to do it in front of the right here.
Now?
Yep, right here.
She wants to.
Do it in the front. In the front.
Yeah, by the front.
Okay, right here then, and we're getting out of your way is what we're doing to do. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you guys can take good pictures. That's here.
No pressure.
All right, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand for me, please, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States
the Constitution and the government of the United States
and of the state of Florida
and of the state of Florida
and of the city of Delray Beach,
and of the city of Delray Beach,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I am duly qualified to hold office
under the laws of the state of Florida
under the laws of the state of Florida
and the charter
and the charter
and laws of the city of Delray Beach,
and laws of the city of Delray Beach,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of Commissioner
the duties of Commissioner
of the city,
city
upon which I am about to enter,
upon which I'm about to enter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Now I'm going to give you your certificate of election.
Thank you.
And I'll go ahead and read it. It says, State of Florida, City of Delray Beach. I, Kateri Johnson, City Clerk of the City of Delray Beach and Supervisor of Elections in and for said city, do hereby certify that as a result of the municipal election held in said city on the 19th day of March 2024, Mr. Thomas Markert was duly elected to the position of Commissioner for the term ending March 2027, as appears from the certification of the Palm Beach County Canvassing Board, now on file and of record in my office. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the City of Delray Beach this 28th day of March 2024.
Commissioner Markert, if you'd like to invite your family and wife up here to take some pictures, this would be the appropriate time.
Thank you.
You didn't beat him up too bad.
No, go. We'll get some.
We brought the baby that is a prop.
Where's the dog?
Yeah, we need a dog.
Fantastic. And this is your seat.
Terrific.
And we're gonna clear it, but anyway, all right. Y'all can just probably stand because we're just going to be getting up again. I'd like to now invite up Kelly Barrett, who will swear in Miss Julie Cassell. And Julie, if you have any of your family you would like to have sworn in or be beside you, you're welcome to invite them. Okay, so step aside.
Okay. Okay. Raise your right hand, please. Okay. Ready? I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida and the city of Delray Beach. That I am duly qualified to hold under the laws of the state of Florida and the charter and the laws of the city of Delray Beach. And that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of Commissioner of the city upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Thank you. And now I'm going to give you your certificate of election. Again. All right. State of Florida, City of Delray Beach. I, Kateri Johnson, City Clerk of the City of Delray Beach and Supervisor of Elections in and for said city, do hereby certify that as a result of the municipal election held in said city on the 19th day of March 2024, Ms. Julie Cassell was duly elected to the position of Commissioner for the term ending March 2027, as appears from the election from the certification of the Palm Beach County Canvassing Board, now on file and on record in my office. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the City of Delray Beach this 28th day of March 2024. Congratulations.
Okay. Did you have anybody you would like to also invite up, or are you good? I'm here. Okay, very good. So, for anybody who's not aware, this is Reverend Barr going to be. He's going to be administering the oath to our future mayor, actually in a moment's notice here, Mr. Tom Carney, and thank you also for the service that you did for me doing the same thing, Reverend Barr. Thank you. Yes, you know, he's good. He's good luck here, you know. For
repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm.
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
protect,
and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and of the state of Florida and the city of Delray Beach, that I am duly qualified to hold office under the laws of the state of Florida and the charter and the laws of the city of Delray Beach, and that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of mayor of the city I'm about to enter. So help me God.
right. State of Florida, City of Delray Beach. I, Kateri Johnson, City Clerk of the City of Delray Beach and Supervisor of Elections in and for said city, do hereby certify that as a result of the municipal election held in said city on the 19th day of March 2024, Mr. Thomas F. Carney Jr. was duly elected to the position of mayor for the term ending March 2027, as appears from the certification of the Palm Beach County Canvassing Board, now on file and of record in my office. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and affixed the seal of the City of Delray Beach this 28th day of March 2024. Congratulations.
My wife is in England, so I tell my wife 47 years was in England at the moment.
All right, thank you. Now you may take your place.
Change it over. This is his to continue. That's garbage. I'll take my stuff.
You got the city of Delray, that's all that matters. You got the city of Delray, that's all that matters.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Here you are. This is your gavel.
Thank you, Madam.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to take all my things out of your way here.
The lipstick, the salt.
Oh, and this can go too, because you've got your own.
Oh, my phone. Terry, could you grab my phone? Before my friends grab it and go through all my lists, get my credit card information. Just want to say welcome.
Don't forget these wonderful things back here.
Cushy. Do you want me to use the gavel? Would it make you feel better if I do? What do you want me to do? Gavel meeting? It's meeting's open though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's our agenda? We have a roll call.
Oh, that's good. Okay, let's do it. All right.
You're up. The roll call.
Okay, let's see. 9B. All right. Mr. Markert.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Ms. Cassell.
Here.
Ms. Burns.
Here.
Mayor Carney.
Here. Am I running?
Yes.
First order of business. Thank you all. By the way, thank you all for coming. This is it's a great time for all of us and a great time for the city. I'm thrilled to be up here with Commissioner Burns and Commissioner Long. I got to know the Julie part pretty well in the campaign. It really was a catchy phrase. If I'd only known earlier, it would have been. I could have used it earlier. But I'm very happy to be here, and I really want to thank the outgoing members, Mayor Petrolia in particular, for the fine work she did, and Commissioner Adam Franklin and I have gone back for many, many years, And Commissioner Boylston has served the city very, very well for 6 years and has been involved in a lot of stuff. And I really want to applaud all three for all the services and commitment that they've given to the city, because it's not easy. It's not easy. This is not even day one for me, but I will tell you I was here before, so I know just how much work goes into it. And it's double that now, because there's the work of the CRA and there's other things that this board is involved in, and it's really daunting in some cases to try to get all this stuff done. And I'm looking forward to serving up here, and I'm glad you're all here to enjoy this moment with us. In any event, we're going to be having the first order of business, which is the selection of a vice mayor for the term March 28th to March 27th. Do I have any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Angela Burns.
Okay. Are there any other nominations?
Thank you.
I'd like to nominate Julie Casal.
Okay. How do we proceed with the vote? There's being no more nominations, I'll close the nominations.
We need to take a vote on the Angela Burns, and then we need to take a vote on the Julie Cassell.
Okay. So the first nomination was Angela Burns. So I need a motion. I guess we have a nomination. So all in favor of Angela Burns to be the vice mayor of Delray Beach? You have to call the roll?
Yes, she does.
Okay, well then why did you do that?
All right, give me a second. Mr. Long,
Yes.
Ms. Cassell,
No.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Mayor Carney,
No.
Mr. Markert.
No.
Okay. The next nomination was for Julie Casal. So would you call the roll? Julie Casal is nominated to be vice mayor of Delray Beach.
Ms. Cassell,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Thank you.
Mayor Carney,
Yes.
Mr. Markert,
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
We're going to go great up here. I can tell already. Congratulations, Ms.
Thank you
Casal.
so much.
Vice Mayor Casal. The
Thank
next
you.
order is the selection of a deputy vice mayor.
I'll
But-
nominate Ms. Burns.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Rob Long.
Okay. No other nominations? We'll close those. Kateri, we have the first nomination is Ms. Burns.
Okay, so let's see. Ms. Burns,
Yes.
this is
Yeah,
for
deputy vice mayor.
this is for deputy vice mayor.
And Rob Long, is he? No.
You don't want to be deputy vice mayor?
I was going to vote for you, just for the record.
And then we'd be a tie. So,
Okay. Mayor Carney,
no.
Mr. Markert,
No.
Mr. Long,
If she doesn't want it, then no.
Ms. Cassell.
I guess I'm saying yes anyway.
Okay, then the second is for the nomination for Rob Long to be the deputy vice mayor. Would you please call the roll?
Sure. Mayor Carney,
Yes.
Mr. Markert,
Yes.
Mr. Long,
Yes.
Ms. Cassell,
Yes.
Ms. Burns.
Yes.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So now we have the appointment for the chair and the vice chair of the Community Redevelopment Agency. I need a motion to appoint the chair.
I'll appoint you, Mr. Carney, Mayor Carney.
Okay.
That would be my motion.
Second.
Any other motion? Okay. Do we need to vote if there's no other?
Yes.
We still need to do a vote? Okay.
Mr. Markert,
Yes.
Mr. Long,
Yes.
Ms. Cassell,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Mayor Carney.
Yes. Just thinking how much extra.
Time
All right.
commitment.
We now need the appointment of the vice chair of the Community Redevelopment Agency.
I nominate Ms. Burns, who's currently in the role.
I second it. We want to call. We have no other nominations. Nominations closed. Would you call the roll?
Mr. Long,
Yes.
Ms. Cassell,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Mayor Carney,
Yes.
Mr. Markert.
Yes.
Congratulations. And this is the next item is the designation of the voting delegate and alternates to the Palm Beach County League of Cities. Who has an interest?
Well, I am currently serving,
Yes,
and I
would
would
you
like to continue.
sir?
Absolutely.
Then
Second.
I support that completely.
I do too.
Who would you like to? Who would like to be the alternate to Ms. Burns?
I'm happy to be the alternate if no one else is interested. I think I'm the current alternate, so I'm happy to stick with it if no one else is interested. Sure.
All right, so do we need to vote on that as well?
Yes, please. You can just do one
just love voting.
motion.
Pretty
I
much
love
vote on
This is
everything.
democracy, it's best we vote on everything.
It's good for the
Everything.
record.
All right, Ms. Cassell?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Mayor Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Markert?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
Do we have the second, we did, now we're voting on the alternate? Or is that for both?
I think you covered that.
You covered both.
Yeah, you covered both.
Yep.
Great, okay. Presentations, I don't see any.
No.
Consent agenda?
None.
I didn't see
I
any.
think we need to vote on the TPA appointment still.
The who?
The TPA appointment.
It's not on the agenda.
Is it not?
It's not on
No,
the
it's
agenda,
not-
so that would be at a future meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't vote on that today.
No,
Oh,
no,
my
we do
mistake.
not. Yeah.
My apologies.
No, sorry, yeah. I'm just going what's on the sheet.
My bad. No, my mistake.
No, that's fine. No proclamations?
No, sir.
Had enough of those today, good. No awards and bids, so with the regular agenda, essentially, okay, the first item on the regular agenda is the meeting dates for 2024-25. I would like to make a recommendation. I kind of looked at all the dates, but I remember when I first got up here, there were a lot of dates that were approved that ended up being conflicts on things that I knew about when I was approving the agenda, approving the dates. So I would like to, if I can, just like approve the next two meetings to give the commissioners time to look at the dates to see whether any of them, they may fall on a birthday or a mother's anniversary or something, so that we may want to move things. So can we do that and just hold the whole schedule until like the meeting of the 9th? I guess we could probably do it on the meeting of the 9th.
We would need to do it on the 9th only because we have to notice
Right, no, I
things for the
understand. That's why I
future,
said the
so
9th.
that's
Yeah,
totally
so
fine.
9th is fine. Okay, good.
So you can just approve the meetings for April 9th and April 16th as a regular meeting and a workshop / a regular meeting, and then the balance of the meetings will be approved on April 9th.
That's perfect. Do we need a motion?
You can just say so moved.
So
Not-
moved.
Not you.
Oh.
I'll say so moved if I may. And call for a second. Thank you.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Mayor Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Markert?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
Ms. Cassell?
Yes, thank you.
We have in the review and adoption of our local rules. How do we want to proceed here?
Could I interject if I may?
You may.
I have some possible amendments, if you don't mind me going through them super quickly. On Section 2 meetings, under D, regular meetings, the time says 4. I thought the meeting started at 5.
They do, and they,
That was one of the items I was going to bring up.
there's a
Okay.
footnote on the bottom, but I will correct it now if the meetings are going to stay at.
Okay,
5.
and additionally, under E, workshops, we have them down for the second Tuesday. I'm just wondering, I know when I served, the workshops, sometimes we don't have enough time in the workshops. Having a meeting following the workshops, you're often stopping the workshops or delaying the meeting. I'm wondering if it would make more sense to have the workshops on an alternate Tuesday, so that we can really dedicate the amount of time. If you all would be.
First of all, that was going to be one of my comments because I was actually going to go through what people wanted to understand about the rules.
Okay, great.
I would like the meetings to start at 6.
I don't know that staff would necessarily.
That's
appreciate
not their
that.
call.
No, I understand, but I hold on, please.
It's got more
If
people
you
in the
don't
city
mind.
can come in after work.
If I may, Mayor, please. I know our staff is here all day, and some people have a long drive home,
Right.
and some people even Uber home.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be opposed to that for myself personally, but then perhaps what we could do is figure out a way to adjust the schedule so that the staff is front-loaded on everything and do not have the entire staff sitting in the back. Like, for example, sometimes we don't need Mr. Hajimiri at all. If we have something that maybe because I don't like the idea of having the staff potentially sitting here till 10 or 11 at night.
I don't like sitting here at 10, 11 at night either. So, but I'm just saying that having it after working hours gives more people the opportunity to come. And ultimately, we work for the residents.
No, I agree.
May I offer a quick suggestion? Because it was funny, we had this exact same conversation last year this time. We pushed, some of us pushed for 6, and I think Angela and I pushed for 6. Commissioner Burns and I pushed for 6, and then the two veterans on the board pushed back because we were at 4, and so we ended up kind of compromising it at 5 o'clock.
Well, I was going to push for 7 and compromise at 6.
You compromised at 6. I was wondering if we could move, because I think you both made great points. Could we move public comment to a later time? That way, folks.
I would think that would be a great solution.
Right? Yeah, I think so. Right? Like then we're still making sure that people getting off work are able to get here and engage, but we're not keeping staff here super late. And the other issue is I think we have that cutoff at 11. I just want to, we've gotten close to that a few times.
Many.
I want to make sure we have time to just fit everything in on a stacked agenda night.
I will run a fairly tight meeting.
Okay.
And, I think 6 gives more people the opportunity to go. If 6 doesn't work, if 6 doesn't work, we can change it. I'm happy to change it. If it finds it really isn't working for everybody, including and especially staff, then we can change it. It's a local rule. We can, at any given time, any one of us can make a motion and change a local rule. Am I not correct?
Correct.
Okay. I would like to at least start off at 6, if we can. And I like the idea of separate workshops, and I am accustomed to having the workshop being on a separate, not touching the commission meeting. And this will be especially important when we're doing the budget. We're going to need the real time to dig through the budget items, because it's a voluminous document, and we're going to need special days set aside just to do it, not just an hour, a workshop budget discussion before a regular meeting. So I'm going to encourage that we try to schedule it that way, which is why I'm asking, when I talk about the calendar dates, we're going to now have to start calculating. We're going to be adding some of these workshops, which are just going to be standalone workshops.
Correct.
Because we really need to dive into all these numbers and understand all the numbers, because
Exactly.
they're kind of voluminous. But other than those two,
Can I add
You
also
can.
to that, if you don't mind? Item section 3, order of business, we probably should add something that says old business. We know we have a lot of business that's being carried over that we have to deal with, things that we need to address, and we all talked
Yep.
about, it was discussed up here, you have so much carryover stuff that you're going to have to work on, plus your new stuff. So it would be nice to be looking at those categories separately, if that's possible. And lastly, and thank you for allowing me this time this evening, under appointments, I think we need to add something in that discusses addressing the issue that we know has come up with the DDA. And I would like tonight, if we could resolve that issue with the DDA. We all ran on, addressing the serious issues. And I think we need to give the gentleman notice that he is going to be removed from the board of the DDA because he got on there using information that was remarkably inaccurate. And the information he provided to qualify. So he was never qualified to be on the board. So you and I, Lynn, discussed this, and the reason why I'm asking for this evening rather than waiting to the next meeting is because you have to give him 10 days notice. And then if we did this at the next meeting, this would be carried out for months. So I would like to address that as well and potentially incorporate rules that will preclude this from happening in the future.
Can I just address one thing really quick? So Mr. Moore and I did meet with Ms. Johnson, and we can show you the application. As far as the DDA applications, if somebody owns property in the DDA district, it's very easy to verify that. If they
Right.
lease, you can't verify that. And so what we've added to the application, and Kateri, I don't know if it's been done yet, if somebody checks off that they lease the property, they will have to upload a copy of their
Thank you,
lease.
Kateri.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. It's a concern of mine that you have to prove that you live in the district. We've
Right,
decided to
and there's
do-
also, you have to be paying the
the taxes. And
So
we'll
if
be
you're
able to
leasing, you're
verify
not
that.
necessarily doing that.
Correct, and that would be in the lease presumably. So
Correct.
we'll be able to verify that.
Perfect, thank
As
you.
far as that request, can we save that for a separate, till the end, you can readjust it just because we're just talking about the local rules right now?
Perfect. Well,
And
so,
then
okay,
at the
those
end
are
of the
my
meeting
recommendations
before,
for the local rules, and at the end, I'd like to discuss moving forward with the DDA issue. Thank you for your time.
Okay. In any case, we need a motion to adopt the local rules as we've just discussed with those little.
Motion to adopt.
No, wait.
So why don't I prepare a draft?
Yeah.
Based on the recommendations that you've made.
And we'll do that
then
on
I'll
the
bring
9th.
that back on April 9th, and then we can approve it at that point, just to make it cleaner.
Thank
Fine.
you.
Fine.
So basically, the changes are a 6 PM start time, a change to the appointments language.
Do we
just
have to
make it-
vote on that 6 PM? Are we all in agreement on the 6 PM?
Well, the 6 PM, just so we're clear, we're not going to be able to do that immediately, because if we have things that are going to be noticed in the future, so we're probably going to look at maybe the second meeting in May that we can start that.
Okay.
Just because staff has to
No, I
notice,
understand that.
and we're
I
not
understand.
adopting the dates today.
Because we've
so-
already given the date certain and time certain. on things.
Exactly,
Understand.
so that'll be
But not when
in
you
the
do
very
that.
near future. Are the workshops going to start at 6 PM also?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm less bothered with the workshop. I mean, you know,
Understood.
But citizens do come to workshops to participate, especially budgetary ones.
So that puts our staff here 3 Tuesdays out of every month, very late.
Well, maybe very late. We'll see. As I said, we can always change.
I
the
love your
rules.
enthusiasm.
I'm just saying, I really believe in getting people, as many people as we can, to have the opportunity to witness a meeting and participate in a meeting, and you know. So, but anyway, yes. So we'll wait for those.
So
local rules.
I'll bring those forward to you, and then so old business. Is there consensus for that? I guess I'm just curious about the old business because I don't know how.
What
Will you direct
timeframe?
staff at a meeting to say, okay, we want this on the next agenda as old business? Is that how you want to see it, or do you want staff to determine what the old business is?
Well, do you have particular items that you have in mind?
Like, say, the Badger thing. I mean, things that are standing out there that are things we're picking up that I'm thinking in the beginning in the old business is anything that we did not initiate going forward. Okay, there's a lot of it. Thank you.
There's a lot of it. But
Exactly.
I'm wondering, couldn't we address that like on a meeting by meeting basis with like commissioner comments where you
Sure.
bring up, I would like to have the next meeting bring up this item for discussion?
However you'd like
I
to
think
do
that
it
would-
is
that's
fine.
because
Just acknowledge
Because
that
otherwise
it's
it's just
old.
a sky blast and
I agree with you.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can,
Yeah.
and I'm agreeing with you, there's a lot of
Yes.
items, you know, that we spoke about when we campaigned about when is the city going to do this?
How are we
When-
gonna
and
do
that
this?
have been-
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think we can do that in comments and.
Perfect.
And we comment 2, 3, or 4 weeks in a row and we will start getting something done.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Okay, so you'll see this again at the April 9th meeting.
Yes.
Thank you.
The proclamation list for 24-25, I had no issue with it, so anybody have any?
No.
with the
No
proclam-
issue for me.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve it?
So
Motion
moved.
to approve?
Great. Second?
Second.
Okay, all in, oh, no, sorry. Yes.
Mr. Markert.
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Yes.
Ms. Cassell.
Yes.
Ms. Burns.
Yes.
Finally, establish a date for goal setting and strategic engagement workshop. City Manager Moore and I have discussed this. I think we're talking about May the 5th?
No, Friday, May 3rd,
May 3rd,
2024. And if I may, Mr. Mayor? So what's currently being planned is the utilization of the same facilitator as a consultant from last year, Ref Tellis. We've actually committed to them to be here Friday, May 3rd, over
Okay.
at the golf course. We will begin at approximately 8 o'clock in the morning and utilize that entire day for that particular purpose. So we've included that as part of today's organizational meeting so that we can secure you all's authorization to proceed formally.
Okay, and is that satisfactory with everyone?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay with me.
Now, one of the things that you and I have also discussed is my desire to have what we had in the past, and it's the Visions program. When I was on the commission in 2012, we had Visions 2020. Before that, the former Mayor Alpern, I saw him earlier, that he was involved with Visions 2000, which really created Atlantic Avenue and Pineapple Grove. And I'm really thinking it's time, since it's been 12 years, that we really should consider a Visions 2030, where we get the entire community engaged in the process of saying how they want their community to look in 2030.
So given the consensus and interest to proceed to that effect, I will advise Michelle Ferguson, who's the consultant and facilitator from Ref Tellis, to incorporate a path forward as part of the May 3rd engagement
Right,
so that
that's
we
fine.
can create an environment to get there. So
That's fine.
we'll be happy to reach out to her beginning tomorrow over the weekend, make it part of the package.
Yeah.
So
I
with
think
you all's
that'll be-
consensus to do
Yeah,
so.
it's going to take a while to put it together and get it together, but if we want to get it done this year, we got to kind of start getting it.
And May 3rd is an excellent opportunity
Right.
via the annual goal-setting strategy to springboard for direction to that effect. And I think others have expressed an interest to me individually about some type of approach. So likewise, we would be very comfortable with that.
Great, perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have no public hearings, we have no first readings. Any comments or inquiries on non-agenda items? City Manager.
Yes, sir. Given the interest and direction you all are contemplating relative to start times for city commission meetings, workshop meetings, regular meetings, etc., I will be more than happy to offer direction that staff who are required to be here for meetings are to be here. For those who may not have a business on the agenda, will likewise be excused, or at the conclusion of their items being addressed before the city commission, they will be allowed to go home, as opposed to the previous practice of staying here during the entire time.
Absolutely
So,
fine.
given the commentary and feedback that's being provided this evening, I will offer that direction effective April 9th regular meeting.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks. City Attorney.
First, congratulations. It's nice to see all of you up here. If pursuant to Commissioner Casal's request, if the commission intends to direct me to draft a notice, the bylaws of the DDA, which is statutorily created, as you know, do require that if the commission is inclined to remove a board member, we have to give a minimum of 10 days notice. It would be hand-delivered to the board member, and at that point, we would have to schedule a public hearing before the commission, and they would have the right to address the commission, and if the commission decided to remove the board member, they would also have the right to appeal that to the circuit court. So I just want to give you an overview of the process of it. And so if it's the will of the commission to direct me to prepare that notice, I'm happy to prepare it. I would probably say we should schedule it for the April 16th agenda, unless you wanted to have a special meeting. And we could just handle it on that day.
So I just want to make sure that due process is protected.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know by doing it now, do we doing that, or we better to bring them up at another time, and I understand the urgency that you want it, but removing someone from a board that's been appointed is a big step.
Absolutely.
And I really haven't reviewed the file closely enough to say where I'd fall on the issue to start with, but I do know that my background is such to make sure that everyone gets.
Would you like to give an overview? The reason why I'm making this request is because the gentleman falsified information in his application.
No, I'm aware of the allegation. I'm aware of the allegation.
Right, but it's not an allegation because I believe he pleaded no contest to the.
It's an admission.
Correct. He
With
admitted
the
it,
Commission on Ethics.
and he also came back and said, "But now I have another place."
So today you're not removing anybody?
Correct.
You're just giving notice that you want the board member to appear before you so that you can address it at that time. So just so we're clear, we're not removing anybody today.
Right.
It's almost like a notice of intent to, and in order to ask the board member to come before you, we have to provide that notice to
Well,
you.
I'm in favor of bringing someone in for a hearing, but I'm
Thank you.
not, but
I appreciate
I'm not
that.
going to make a determination.
There's no determination.
You're not
made.
determining.
No.
Okay.
Today would just be a notice that the hearing is scheduled. So April 16th, is that?
What do you, Commissioner Long, do you have thoughts on this, Commissioner Mark?
Yeah, I agree with you, Mayor. I haven't had a chance to review this file thoroughly yet either. I have not reached a conclusion on it, and I would hate to jump the gun because I do think that it is a major step to remove a board member. And so as long as this is just to start the appeal process, or we're not actually voting on removal today, because I'm not in a place to make that decision today.
Correct. And what I will do in the interim is I did obtain the file from the Commission on Ethics. I will send it to everyone's city email so that in advance of the hearing, you'll have that information. You can review it. It's voluminous, just warning you. And just to be clear, it does the DDA statutory rules do require supermajority. So 4 people are required in order to remove. Typically, it's a majority, right? It's 3 of you, and it passes. So I think the rules contemplate the seriousness of it,
Right.
and also by giving him the right to appeal to the circuit court, I think it's just it's not something that we're going to take lightly.
Fine.
But if you want to start the process, I do need direction to prepare that notice and a date where you would like to hear it.
Commissioner Marker?
Yeah, and I've reviewed some of the material, and I've had a chance to meet with the DDA. We have a really serious issue on our hands. This gentleman did not tell the truth in the application process. If he had told the truth, his application would have been rejected. So out of bounds in my neighborhood. I mean, not right. So I think we have to press forward with this. However, Lynn, you tell us to do it, but we cannot have people lying on their applications and us making decisions on false information. That's out of bounds. Not happening on my watch.
Commissioner Burns?
Yes. I have not, I've looked at some of the file, but I would like to have a thorough file. And as you said, as long as due process is provided,
Amen.
I'm good with that.
Okay, and I
You know how I feel, so shall I make a motion to give notice?
Yes, and if you could give me the date when you'd like it heard.
As soon as possible date. Do
Well,
you don't
as
want to have
soon
a
as possible
special
is 10
meeting?
days.
So it would be April 15th?
Whatever the pleasure, 16th.
16th?
And that would provide 19 days notice, which I think is
Well sufficient, thank you. So motion to give notice with the date of April 16th. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Mr. Markert?
Yes.
Mr. Long?
Yes.
Ms. Cassell?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Mayor Carney?
Yes. Now the fun part, comments by city commissioners. Who would like to go first? We'll take seat number 1.
All right. I'll just keep it real quick and just say congratulations to Tom, and Julie, our new mayor, vice mayor, and commissioner up here. I look forward to working with each of the 3 of you. And I just wanted to say that campaigning isn't governing. Up here, it's a clean slate, and we're all on the same team, rowing in the same direction, and I really look forward to working with you guys. Thank you.
I'm super pleased to be here as a first-time candidate, having never run for political office. I've been on the corporate side, so I have a lot to learn, and I promise you I'll put the time and effort in to make sure that I serve all the people of Delray Beach really, really well. The campaign was tough for everybody. I will say we got to know all 9 candidates pretty darn well out there, and we all had some differences of opinions, but we were pretty respectful to one another. I found it really great that some of the outgoing commissioners today came up to me and said, call me anytime if you need help or you got questions. I think it's great because we are one community, and I love it when we come together like that.
So thank you so much. I want to say thank you to so many supporters in the room. I appreciate seeing you. It's a big commitment to run and to be a city commissioner, and I will work tirelessly for you. And I want to recognize Inez Bartholomew, who's in the audience here, who ran as well. I wish you the best of luck. I know there's a future for you up here, and I want to work with you because I know that you care so much for our city and for the residents in our city, and I want to say how much I really appreciate you. Best of luck.
Yes. I want to say again, congratulations to all of my new colleagues, and looking forward to working with you and doing the best that we can for Delray Beach. Thank you.
I started off this meeting by thanking everybody in this room, but there are so many people that need to be thanked that participated in this process, and not just the 3 of us that won this election or the 2 of us that are the veterans up here. There's so much that's involved with getting on the city commission, being on the city commission. As Commissioner Marker said, we got to know all the other candidates very, very well. I actually thought at one point if I wasn't feeling well, I could call Ryan and say, could you give my speech for him? Because he knew it so well. And, he probably would have done it. So so we did get to know each other well. And there's a lot of bantering, and there's a lot of, name calling and a lot of exuberance in what people are saying about each other in a campaign. But as Commissioner Long said, that all stops when we get up here, because our responsibility isn't to whether or not he and I get along or you and I do get along. It's about you. And what we need to do is to make sure we do our job, which is to protect the citizens of Delray Beach. We have a quality of life here that needs to be protected. We have, finances that need to be protected. We have a city that needs to engage with itself, which is one of the reasons I said earlier about you doing a visions thing. I really want to get large groups of citizens involved to tell us what they want and that help us achieve what they want. And I think we're going to have a great opportunity to do that. I'm very encouraged by the veterans and the newcomers. I did have the benefit of being up here for a few years, 10 years ago. And so I'm not quite a novice, but it's a different city now than it was then, and there are different challenges than there were then. And I'm looking forward to, with this group, to dive into all of them and to do what we promised you on the campaign. It was just to serve the city, to put residents first, to protect our quality of life, and to do it in a way that everyone benefits in the city. Everyone, all parts of the city benefit. I'm done. So
Mayor, before you adjourn, I'm so sorry.
I've been waiting for this for 10 years.
Just 2 more minutes, I promise. It was something I almost forgot about. I'm only bringing it up tonight because it's timely. Our nonprofit EJS group, who everyone's familiar with, right now is seeking appropriations from the state. And I think there's an opportunity for us to help them out with a letter. I just got an email from Dupree Jackson a couple of days ago. He was here. He had to go do some with his kids. Here's what he sent me. I'll read it real quick. It's short. As we enter our budget cycle once more, I'm reaching out to kindly request your consideration in drafting a letter of support for the EJS project. This marks our 4th endeavor seeking appropriations. While we successfully secured a place in the budget last year, regrettably, we encountered a veto in the final stages. However, with the steadfast support of Senator Lori Berman, we have once again earned a spot on the budget, and we seek additional letters of support to bolster our efforts. This appropriation will enable the EJS project to establish and operate a teen center, providing a safe haven for our youth to access quality services, free Wi-Fi, leadership programs, and more. And it's appropriation for $250,000. They're, as we all know, they're an incredible organization that's giving a lot back to our community. I think it'd be an easy effort for us to have a letter put together if that's the will of the commission.
In support of them getting the
Yeah, it would be to Governor DeSantis' office, and that's going to come up any day now to where they either sign it or veto it. And so if we could get that letter in ASAP, I think it would hopefully help them.
That sounds, I mean, is everyone in agreement? That's absolutely.
Right.
Good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yes?
Do it.
Meeting adjourned.